The number of Americans filing for unemployment for the first time jumped last week. Not the kind of news you like to hear, but it's a sign the labor market is weakening as officials put stricter virus control measures in place. Here's the details.
The Labor Department says the number of Americans filing new jobless claims surged to 965,000 last week. That's the highest since August.
At once, it can be shocking, but not necessarily surprising, yes.
The increase is due to shutdowns and other responses to rising virus cases. Job cuts in the leisure and hospitality sector accounted for the biggest chunk of job losses last month. Another possible factor driving claims higher, many Americans reapplied for benefits after the federal government renewed the unemployment supplement. It also seems some of the job losses are temporary rather than permanent. But Bankrate senior analyst Mark Hamrick says that doesn't make them less significant.
It is hope that we'll be able to get the broader part of those who are currently unemployed, roughly 10 million Americans, back to work. But in the meantime, they're struggling.
Jobless claims have remained stubbornly high. Hamrick says a recent Bankrate survey put the unemployment rate at roughly 6% at the end of the year. Lawmakers have signaled more relief is on the way. On Thursday night, President-elect Joe Biden will introduce a stimulus package proposal worth about $1.5 trillion. His incoming economic advisor, Brian Deese, says it'll include a long-term recovery plan as well as immediate support for struggling Americans and businesses.
We also need to provide significantly more direct relief to families and businesses that are hurting right now. And this is not only the people who have lost their jobs, but also those who have seen their hours cut back or being put in situations where just going to work requires putting their life on the line. We need to provide additional short-term support relief to those families.
That'll include rounding out the $2,000 direct payments, which is supported by Democrats and some Republicans.
If we get those payments of $2,000, that will help people basically to tide over, at least to some degree, until they are either basically improving their job situation or also replacing some of the income that was lost.
Biden's plan will also include funding for speeding up vaccine distribution, money to help reopen schools, as well as for state and local governments to avoid laying off essential workers.